Make the ground shake.
So, hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gummy, and today we are here with another statue tutorial. Continuing with the Star Wars theme, today we are doing Captain Phasma from Star Wars The Force Awakens. So, again, it's a bit delayed. Originally this was meant to come out a long time ago, like back in March. And I completely forgot about it, to be honest. I completely forgot I had a design for this. But I do, and that's what we're here today to make. So, the materials you will need for the build are black wool, stone, light grey wool, sandstone clay, grey wool, red wool, block of coal, stone slab, and black carpet. Map will be handy if you're on console. If you're on PC, don't worry about it, you can just press F3. Purely, map is just for coordinates, so you don't have to count, and you can be super lazy, but that makes life a tad easier, so why not? But anyways, let's get started. So, we're going to start off by building the legs, which are 12 tall and 8 wide. We're going to be doing it layer by layer, left to right, and if you ever feel you need to pause, then just feel free to do so. I'll try and give you guys as many opportunities to pause as you possibly could need. And again, if you do have any comments or feedback or suggestions, let me know down in the comments below, and I'll try and incorporate it into future videos. But with that said, hopefully you enjoy, and let's get into building. So the first layer is 8 black wool. As you can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The second and third layer is 8 stone. The fourth layer is 1 stone, 2 black wool, 2 stone, 2 black wool, 1 stone. So again, right now it should be 4 blocks tall, 8 blocks wide. The next row, the fifth row, is 1 black wool, 2 stone, 2 black wool, 2 stone, 1 black wool. The next row is 1 stone, 2 black wool, 2 stone, 2 black wool, 1 stone. So as you can see, we're kind of like building the knee shin guards kind of thingies there. The next 2 rows is 8 stone. The next row is 2 stone, 1 light grey wool, 2 black wool, 1 light grey, 2 stone. The 10th row is 1 stone, 1 light grey, 1 black wool, 2 light grey, 1 black wool, 1 light grey, 1 stone. The 11th row is 1 light grey, 1 black, 1 light grey, 2 stone, light grey, black, light grey. And the 12th and final row, for now at least, is 1 black, 6 stone, and 1 black wool. And once you've done that, you should have something that looks like this. Again, that is 12 tall and 8 wide, and I'm going to prove it to you right now. So you can see here, my Y coordinate is 5. If you go up here, it should be Y17. As you can see, Y17, that can prove that it's 12 blocks off the floor. It saves you going up and having to count it. If you're on PC, again, just press F3 and you'll get your Y coordinate. Do factor in as well that your Y coordinate might not be 5, so definitely check. Yours may be, say, 10, and then the top of it should be 22. So again, factor in what your one is. If it's not 5, then add 12 on, and that's your lucky number. But with that said, again, if you want to pause here, this is probably the best opportunity you're going to get. So I would highly recommend it. And also something to point out, which I forgot to mention earlier, the reason why we're using greys and stuff is because Captain Phasma in the film is chrome. And as you may be aware, there are not any chrome reflective blocks in Minecraft right now, which is disappointing, but probably understandable as well, seeing as there's probably not quite the demand for it. You could alternatively use iron. I don't personally like it because it's got the a border around it, and it makes it look too distinguished per block. And quartz just makes it look like a stormtrooper. So we're using greys because it is probably the best you're going to get. I think stone is probably the closest we can get possibly at this point in time. But if you are watching it in the future and there happens to be a chrome block in the game, then today's your lucky day. Feel free to use chrome instead of stone. Okie dokie. So next what we're going to do is start working on the body. So we're going to start off by placing 8 grey wool, and we're going to go off on a little like side mission here. So for now we're going to start placing down a few blocks for the hands, and then we'll come back later on and do them. So on the left side we're going to place 1 cyan, 1 light grey, and 2 grey wool. Now we're going to do the exact same on the other side. So on the right side, we place 1 cyan, 1 light grey, and 2 grey wool. Again, it extends out 4 either side, left and right, and that's simply just to mark out where the hands start. It means, again, we can come back later on and we'll be good to go. But for now, we're going to work on the chest of the body, and then we'll come back to the arms later on in the video. So the second layer of the chest is 1 stone, 1 grey wool, 1 stone, 1 grey, 1 stone, grey, and 2 stone. The next row is the exact same. So it's stone, grey. In fact, let me get grey over here because that'll make my life easier. Stone, grey, stone, grey, stone, stone. The fourth layer of the chest is 1 grey wool, 2 stone, 1 grey wool, 2 stone, 2 grey wool. The fifth layer is 1 stone, 1 cyan, 1 grey wool, 2 stone, 1 grey wool, 1 cyan, 1 stone. The next row is 3 stone, 2 grey, 3 stone, so a pretty easy row. As you can see here, this is what it looks like so far. It's currently 6 blocks tall. The next row, even easier, is 1 grey wool, 6 stone, and 1 grey wool. The next row, the 8th row, is 2 grey wool, 1 light grey, 2 grey, 1 light grey, 2 grey. The 9th row is 1 grey, 2 stone, 2 light grey, 2 stone, 1 grey. The next row is 8 stone. So that's the 10th row. The 11th row is 1 cyan stained clay, 2 stone, 2 light grey, 2 stone, 1 cyan stained clay. And the 12th and final row for now is 1 black wool, 1 grey, 1 light grey, 2 black wool, 1 light grey, 1 grey, 1 black wool. And once you've done that, that is the body complete. As you can see here, should be looking like this. And again, to prove to you, the floor is Y5. In this case, again, yours might be different. And the top of this is Y29, which is 24 blocks off the floor. So this is 24 tall, 8 wide, and should currently look like this. And if you're just factoring in the upper body, it should be this part just here. So I'm trying to cover the legs with the hotbar at the bottom. There you go. And you can see here what it should be looking like at this point in time. So again, I know I say it a lot, but a lot of you guys complain that there isn't opportunities to pause. So here is an opportunity to pause. And we're now going to begin working on the left arm. So for the left arm, we're going to start off. The first layer is 2 grey wool, 1 light grey, 1 cyan. Second row is 1 grey wool, 1 cyan, 2 black wool. The third layer is 2 stone, 1 light grey, 1 cyan. The fourth layer is 4 light grey wool. The fifth layer is 3 stone, 1 grey. The sixth layer is again 3 stone, 1 grey. The seventh layer is 4 grey wool. The eighth layer is 4 black wool. So again, should be looking like this. The ninth layer is 2 grey wool, 2 black wool. The 10th layer is 2 stone, 1 grey, 1 black. And then the final 2 rows is 3 stone and 1 grey. Again, 3 stone, 1 grey. Now once you've done that, that is a 12x4. As you can see here, that is the left arm complete. And the good news is the right arm is the exact same, just mirrored. So if you want to skip ahead, then you are more than welcome to do so. However, I am going to go over it nevertheless. So, moving on over to the right side now. Again, we're going to be working from left to right, layer by layer. So the first row, again, cyan, light grey, 2 grey. The second row is 2 black wool, 1 cyan, 1 grey. The third layer is 1 cyan, 1 light grey, 2 stone. The next row is 4 light grey. The next one is 1 grey, 3 stone, and same with the next one, so 1 grey, 3 stone. The next layer is 4 grey wool. The layer after that is 4 black wool. The next layer is 2 black wool, 2 grey wool. The next layer is 1 black wool, 1 grey wool, 2 stone. And the final 2 layers is 1 grey, 3 stone. Again, 1 grey, 3 stone. So, as you can see, exact same as the left side, just mirrored. And it's very, very simple once you get your head around it. So right now, it should be 16 blocks wide and 12 tall, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. But again, I always say it'd be a bit peculiar why you wouldn't include the arms, seeing as they are part of the build. So anyways, as you can see, this is the whole front of the statue so far. Again, 24 tall, 16 wide. And yeah, as you can kind of notice, it's a bit 2D right now. It's like a pixel art. So we're going to start turning it into a statue by going around to the bottom left corner of the leg. And this is what we're going to do. So we're going to get our black wool, and next to this black wool here, we're going to expand it backwards 1, 2, 3 blocks, and it'll give you a backwards L shape. Now the side of the leg is 12 by 4, however we've already got this row here complete, so we're only placing 3 blocks on each row, and this will count as the 4th block. So the first layer, again, it's 4 black wool. The next 3 layers is stone. The next layer is black wool. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers of stone. And then a layer of light grey wool. And a layer of black wool to finish it off. As you can see here, again, that's a 12 by 4, consists of 1 layer of black, 3 layers of stone, 1 layer of black, 5 layers of stone, 1 layer of light grey, 1 layer of black wool. Now, something that might have clocked on for a few of you is the fact that whatever block is at the side here already is the block that's on that row. And that would be very well observed and also truthful. So, coming around to the right side now, you'll notice the same pattern applies, so if you want to skip ahead, that's up to you. But what we're going to do is go 1, 2, 3 to right with our black wool, do 3 layers of stone, a layer of black wool, 5 layers of stone, a layer of light grey wool, and a layer of black wool. And as you can notice, again, that's a 12 by 4, the exact same as the left side. So right now, I'm giving you a bit of an angled shot. It should start to take shape a bit more, I guess you could say, which is always nice. And the same applies for the arms, which is, again, really, really handy. So what we're going to do for the arms is come around to the rear side and come to the bottom of the hands on either side. So we're going to start on the back of the right one first. What we're going to do is, in line with the coloured block that's already here, we're going to bring it backwards 3 blocks. So in this case, it's 3 grey, 3 grey, 3 light grey, and 3 cyan. And if you come below, you'll notice it's a 4 by 4 square, and it should have this pattern here of grey, grey, light grey, cyan. On the other side, the back of the left arm, we're going to go 3 cyan, 3 light grey, 3 grey, 3 grey, and again you'll notice the same pattern just mirrored is cyan, light grey, grey, grey. So yeah, that's 2 4x4 platforms, and we're going to start on the left arm first because it just seems logical, I guess. And it's the same as the legs. Whatever block is at the side here is whatever block the row is. It's a 12 by 4, however we've already got this row here, so we're essentially just expanding this by 3 wide. So the first 2 rows is grey, the third row is stone, 4th row is light grey, 5th and 6th is stone, 7th is grey, 8th is black, 9th is grey, and then 10 to 12 is stone. So again, that is a 12 by 4. If you want to pause, now would probably be a good time. And we can head round to the right side and do the exact same. So coming around to the right side, again, first 2 layers is grey wool. The third layer is stone. 4th layer is light grey. 2 layers of stone. A layer of grey, sorry, not light grey, grey. A layer of black wool. A layer of grey. And then, of course, the final 3 layers is simply stone. So again, 12 by 4, 12 tall, 4 wide. Very, very simple, just matching up with the side blocks. And that is the sides of the arms and the legs now complete. So right now you should have something looking like this, and it's looking really, really nice until you come around to the rear of the statue and you notice, oh no, there's a big gap. It looks awful. It looks incomplete. It looks disastrous. But we're going to solve that problem, and that's what we're going to do now, starting off with the rear of the legs. So right now, you should have pillar here, 6 block gap in between. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go row by row, this time again placing 6 blocks on each row rather than 8, because this row plus middle part equals 8. So 1 plus 1 plus 6 equals 8. Maths. So the first layer again is black wool. The second and third layer is stone. The next row is 2 black wool, 2 stone, 2 black wool. The fifth row is 6 black wool. The 7th, 8th and 9th row is stone. The next row is 1 stone, 1 light grey, 2 black wool, 1 light grey, 1 stone. The next row is 1 light grey, 1 black wool, 2 light grey, 1 black wool, 1 light grey. The next row is 1 black wool, 1 light grey, 2 stone, 1 light grey, black wool, and the last but not least row is 6 stone. So that's the cut-off point for the legs. As you can see here, that is 12 tall, 8 wide. And now what we're going to do is work our way up into the upper body, or the upper back of the body, should I say, and do that again layer by layer. So, starting off with the first layer, it's simply just 8 black wool, and that kind of caps off the legs and gives it a nice effect, as you can see here. Kind of caps off the pelvis region with the joints in the legs and stuff like that, and it kind of feels like we're moving on to the actual body. So the first 3 layers is pretty much the exact same, minus 2 blocks. So the first layer is 2 grey, 4 stone, 2 grey, and then it's the exact same for the next 2 layers. So 2 grey, 4 stone, 2 grey, 2 grey, 4 stone, 2 grey. However, the 2 blocks are different. You come to the second row, to the 4th and 5th block in the middle, these 2 middle blocks, and then we're going to punch out stone and place 2 black wool in the middle. So only 2 blocks difference, but again it's 3 layers that are pretty much the exact same. The 5th layer of the back of the body is 1 stone, 1 cyan, 1 grey wool, 2 stone, 1 grey wool, 1 cyan, 1 stone. The next row is 3 stone, 2 grey wool, 3 stone. The next 3 layers is 8 stone, so that's the first layer, the second layer, and the third layer of stone, 8 stone to be precise. The next layer is 1 stone, 2 black wool, 1 stone, grey, stone, grey, stone. And the next layer is the exact same, so stone, 2 black wool, stone, grey, stone, grey, stone. The final and last but not least row is 8 stone, and that caps it off, and you should have something that looks like this. It's very, very simple. Nothing compared to the front of the statue, which is a bit crazy. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, that is the rear of the statue. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and fill in the arms. So starting on the back of the right arm here, again, we got the first row complete. So we're only placing 3 blocks on each row, and it is a 12 by 4. You probably figured that out by now, but just to remind you guys. So starting at the bottom left corner, the first row is of course grey, light grey, cyan. The second row is cyan and 2 black wool. The next row is 1 stone, 1 light grey, 1 cyan. The next row is 3 light grey. Next row is 2 stone, 1 grey. Next row is 2 stone, 1 grey again. The next row is 3 grey. Next one is 3 black. Then we have 1 grey, 2 black. Next row is 1 stone, 1 grey, 1 black. The next one is 2 stone, 1 grey. And the last but not least row is 2 stone and 1 grey again. So that is the back of the right arm. Again, same as the left, mirrored. So we can go ahead and copy that over if you want. Again, mirrored. If you don't, then I'm going to talk through nevertheless. So, moving over to this arm. The first layer again is cyan, light grey, grey. The second layer is 2 black, 1 cyan. We've then got 1 cyan, 1 light grey, 1 stone. The next row is 3 light grey. We then have 1 grey, 2 stone. Next row again, 1 grey, 2 stone. Next row is 3 grey. Then we have 3 black. And we have 2 black, 1 grey. Next one is 1 black, 1 grey, 1 stone. Next row is 1 grey, 2 stone. And the last but not least row is again 1 grey, 2 stone. So, as you can see, exact same as the other side, just mirrored and copied onto this side, the other way round. So, with that said and done, that is pretty much it for the body. We can go ahead and start filling in the shoulders here, simply just using our stone. So we place a 2x2 of stone here. We can then place a row of 2 grey just to fill it in and make it look consistent. Of course, just middle part, just put stone. It doesn't matter, it will be covered up by the helmet anyways. We've got our 2 blocks of grey and then our 2x2 of stone on the other side. So, as I said, with that said and done, that is the body complete. We are going to add a cape before we move on to the head. But before we do that, I'm going to do a quick spin around and then we'll talk about the cape and the head in a second. So, as you can see here, this is the front of the legs. This is a 12x8. This is probably the last opportunity you're going to get in the video to pause if you need any assistance with the body. So I do recommend, again, if you're a bit behind with it, feel free to take your time, pause whenever, and catch up later on. You can take all the time in the world when the video is paused. It's not going to go anywhere, so do take advantage of that, I guess. So yeah, anyways, I'm not going to waffle anymore. This is the front of the legs, 12x8. We've got the front of the body, 12x8, and the front of each arm, 12x4. Coming around to the left side, we've got the left side of the leg, 12x4. The left side of the arm, 12x4. We have got the right side of the leg, 12x4. The right side of the arm, 12x4. On the rear side, we've got the back of the legs, which is 12x8. The back of the body, which is again 12x8. And the back of each arm, which is, you guessed it, 12x4. Now, shoulders are 16x4. It doesn't really matter. You can just fill them in solid stone, minus these 2 blocks on either side, just to make it look a tad more consistent. So yeah, what we're going to do now is go around to the front side of the statue and begin working on the cape. So in the film, Captain Phasma, played by the same woman who plays, what's her name, Brienne of Tarth in Game of Thrones. Interesting fact, the more you know, knowledge. I don't actually know her name though, it's like Gwendoline Christie, I think it is. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, anyways, in the film, Captain Phasma wears a cape, which is black with a red trim around the edge, a red outing. So what we're going to do is on the front side, we go to the middle 2 blocks, which is this black wall, and to right of it, this light grey wall here, we're going to place 1 red on top. The cape is a 3D effect, so build it on top, don't be building it into the statue. So theoretically, all this detail doesn't matter, it's going to be covered up, but hey, you could maybe build it without the cape as well, and have 2 copies, and that's twice the statues, twice the fun, I guess. So what we're going to do is go down diagonal 6 times to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At this point, I pretty sure it's specified it's all using red wool. It's all 3D. What we're then going to do is go round to the right side of the arm. And we're going to go down diagonal again. And then we're going to continue this pattern. So we're going to go down diagonal 3 more times. So 1, 2, 3. Each time, again, using red wool. Each time going down diagonal towards the right. We're going to continue this pattern again, so go around to the rear of the statue now, and we're going to go down diagonal from here, so to here. We're then going to go down diagonal 3 more times, so 1, 2, 3. There we go. So right now it should be really like hanging off the edge. As you can see here, this is how it connects. So on the right side of the arm, it goes to here. Then on the rear side, it goes to the bottom block of the hand, and then it goes off the bottom of the hand by 3 blocks. We're then going to go to the right one, so a 2 thick section, and then we're going to go up diagonal 8 times. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it should be in line with the first row of the arm. This is the body here. This is the first row of the arm. From here, we're then going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that brings us back up to the top and gives us the outline of our cape. So, essentially, all we need to do is on top of every red block, we just need to build up black wool until we come in line with the top of the body, which is right here. So in this case, it's 1 block, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we come around to the side, we've got 7, 8, and then we got 9, 10, we got 11, 12, 13, 14, we've got 14 again, and then we're going to be working our way back up. So it goes back then to 13, 12, then we got 11, then 10, 9, 8, and finally 7, and it will connect up perfectly and give you something that looks like this. Now it has a nice effect because if you come around to the front side, you'll see the cape goes underneath the arm. You can see it the rear side from the front, which is really nice, and I personally really like that. So what we're going to go ahead and do for the final touches of the cape is we're going to come up to the shoulder here, and we're going to place some black carpet just to cover up this stone, and you'll see why later on in the video I've gone and done that. Alternatively, you could just replace this with black wool, but personally, because it's like a cape, I kind of like how it overlaps. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our black wool, and we're simply just going to cover this section here all in black wool, a black carpet should I say, as you can see right there. Okay, so as you can see, that's what it looks like. This is the front side of the cape, this is the right side, and then we've got the rear side. Perfect. So coming back up to the front side now, because we're going to start making progress on the head. I'll chuck the carpet out the way, clear up a space on the inventory. So what we're going to do now, as I just said a second ago, if you didn't hear, is we're going to be working on the head. So come to the front side, go to the left corner, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the fifth block, which happens to be this black wall, we're going to place a stone and bring it 2 forwards. We're then going to head over to the right side and to this block here, not this one, this is a 3D effect, this one into this one. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this black wall, which should be the block right next to this grey wall here, and the block next to the row of carpet we just placed, we gotta place 1 stone and bring it 2 forwards. Now if you've done it correctly, there should be a 6 block gap in between, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 using our stone, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that gives you an 8x2 overhang of stone. We're then going to come around to the side, and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 backwards, and that will give you a 2 block overhang. We do this on both sides, and then again we link together using our stone. Doesn't really matter if you put a second row here, I'm going to do it anyways just for visuals, and that will give you an 8x8 square. Okie dokie. So this is what we're presented with so far. We've got the front side, which is this part here, left, right, rear. We're going to start on the front side, because it makes sense, it's the face, and then we'll work our way around. So the first layer is simply 8 stone, the second layer is 1 stone, leave a 1 block gap, 4 stone, leave a 1 block gap, 1 stone. The next row we're going to leave a 1 block gap, place 1 stone, leave a 4 block gap, place 1 stone. The next row we're going to leave a 2 block gap, place 4 stone, and then we're going to have a 2 block gap. The next row, we have a 3 block gap, place 2 stone, and then we've got a 3 block gap. The next row, what we're going to do, and on top of this 2 stone here, we're going to place 2 blocks of coal. We go 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and then on the left side, we go 2 to the left using black wool, and then 2 to the right using black wool. Now, there are 2 more layers, and we'll do that now. But we're going to come back and I'll explain why there's so many like holes in the face and what we're going to be doing. So next row on top of this is 8 stone. And then the last layer, but not least, is 6 stone. We're going to leave a 1 block gap either side, in which we're going to place 1 stone slab. So you put it like that, it gives you like the effect of a more rounded helmet rather than it looking so square and bulky. And the stone slabs look kind of nice because it gives it a bit of variation in colour and just makes it look a bit more interesting. But anyways, on to why there are so many gaps. So what we're going to do is go ahead and indent black wool behind every single gap. So the 2 blocks on the bottom row, the 4 blocks on the second, we go ahead and we place 1 black wool, set 1 block backwards into the actual like face. So as you can see here, I'm just going ahead and filling all this in, even behind this big section here where we have the huge gaps. And you'll see why in a second we're doing this. So there you go. That's what it looks like once you've indented the black wall. Indenting essentially just means setting it one block back. If it wasn't one block back, it would look like this, and it would look super weird. So we're setting it one block back into the head. What we're then going to go ahead and do is on the top row of this 3-block row here, in the middle block on either side, we're going to punch out a hole on either side. And this is going to be like almost like the pupils, I guess, like the center point of the eyes. And you could go ahead and be wacky and add like a light grey wool, and it would look kind of creepy. And it kind of like follows you as you walk, which is really, really creepy. But I'm going to go ahead and add block of coal because it's a bit more subtle. You can still see like that's the center of the eye, but it is a tad more subtle because I'm not sure if stormtroopers actually have like proper pupils, but you can see that they're like the eye areas of the helmets. So that's why we've gone ahead and done that. Anyways, this is what the front of the face looks like, and that is it complete. So it's an 8x8 square, essentially, with the 3D indents up there, and then one block either side taken off the corner, technically. So we're now going to head round to the left side of the helmet and start working on this. So once you pop round to the left side, you're presented with something that looks like that. We're going to start off on the first row, which again should be 8 stone. The second row is 1 black wool, and then the rest is stone, so 7 stone. So what we go ahead and do is punch out that black wool there and replace it with stone. The next row is 1 stone, 1 black wool, 4 stone, and then of course it meets up with the black wool here. The next row is 3 stone, 2 light grey, 1 stone, and then again it will meet up with the black wool here. The next row is 6 stone, again hits the black wool. The next row is 1 stone, and then 6 black wool. And if done correctly, you'll notice it kind of makes a T shape with a really long left part. The second to last row is 1 stone, 3 black wool, 3 stone. And the last but not least row, we leave a 1 block gap. We place 6 stone, and on the 1 block gap we've just left on the end, we're going to place 1 stone slab. Like so, to give you your like rounded effect, I guess you could call it. And that is the left side of the head. Again, it's an 8x8 square. What we're going to go ahead and do though is add a 3D effect again, which is like the side of the helmet. So you come to the bottom left corner to the second block, and we place a row of 5 stone. On top of that, we place a row of again 5 stone, and that gives you a 5x2 little 3D effect, and that's like the little side tube on the side of the helmet. So that is the left side complete. The positive of this being that the other side is the exact same. So if you want to go skip ahead and do that, you're more than welcome to do so. However, I'm going to go over it nevertheless. So, the first layer, again, we're going to place 1 black wool on the end, and then the rest of this row is stone. So that's the second layer, and the first layer again is just solid stone. The next layer, we're going to place 4 stone. Again, we're going from left to right this time. So 4 stone, 1 black wool, 1 stone. The next row, starting next to this black wool here, we got 1 stone, 2 light grey, 3 stone. The next row is 6 stone. The next row is 6 black wool, 1 stone. We've then got 3 stone, 3 black wool, 1 stone. And the last and final row is 6 stone, and then we got the 1 block gap at the end, which is our stone slab. And again, that's the right side complete. It's very, very simple. And like we did on the left side, we're going to go ahead and go to the third block on the bottom row, and we're going to place a row of 5 stone. One thing to bear in mind, if you've done a carpet here, you're going to have to punch it out, just this row, not this part. And we're going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone. And on top of that, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stone. Okie dokie. So, as you can see here, that's what it looks like. And that is the right side of the helmet complete. Now again, the reason why I used carpet here earlier, if you punch it out, you'll see like all the stone underneath. Looks a bit naff. So use the stone to cover it up. And it just gives it a bit more of a more 3D feel. Like it's on top of the arm, or on top of the shoulder, should I say, rather than into the shoulder. If that makes any logical sense whatsoever to any of you. Because upon reflection, it doesn't make much sense. But yeah, it's just an aesthetic purpose, and that's what we're doing. So, if you come around to the rear of the statue now, the rear of the head, the first layer, we've got 3 blocks of stone, punch out the 4th and 5th, replaced with 2 black wool. And on top of that, we're going to place a row of 6 black wool. The next 6 layers is stone, and that'll bring you up to the top of the head. And once you've done that, there's not too much left, and we'll be nearly done with the tutorial. So not too long left to go. So again, for the final row, it's just 6 stone, and then you'll have the 1 stone slab on either side, which gives it the more rounded effect. And yeah, that is the rear of the helmet complete. So the top of the helmet and the final side of the statue is again just stone, so just fill it in solid with stone. It'll be an 8x8 square minus the corner parts. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the tutorial. So I'll do a little spin around the head whilst I waffle a bit and persuade you guys to check out other videos on my channel, which I've spent a lot of time on, so hopefully you will. So yeah, that is the helmet. I'm going to do a spin around. As I said, each side is 8x8x8. In fact, that's the head in total. It's 8x8 for each side. So yeah, as I said, I've got a bunch more Star Wars content on the channel. There is actually a playlist, so I'll leave a link to that down below for your convenience. If you want to check them out and build all the stuff, I just released the BB-8 statue. I'm getting confused with Adventure Time here. Gosh, that's like not even similar. Statue, which was I'm very proud of, to be honest, and I think you might like as well. So again, that will be in the playlist, check it out. And if you enjoyed this tutorial, definitely consider leaving a like, subscribing down below if you haven't already, and checking out my other channels down in the description, as well as on my featured channels box. My second channel, I do bonus content, as well as just random gaming videos. And then on the third channel, Frosted Network, which is my servers channel. Feel free to check out the server, by the way, frostednetwork.mcpro.co. It's a Minecraft 1.8 PC server, which has creative, we do tournaments and stuff, but yeah, I do plushes on there as well, so I do a lot of content, 6 videos a week. It's kind of crazy, kind of killing my voice, which is probably why it's cracking up a tad now, but yeah, I'm going to end off the video before I waffle you guys to sleep, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. Again, leave a like down below if you liked it, leave a dislike if you disliked it, and subscribe, do what you want to do. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. My name has been Gummy, and goodbye.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?